Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Elevated Nonsense Podcast, the show where we intrepid weirdos discuss all the strange things in our universe. I, as always, this hasn't changed, believe it or not, am Caleb, and I am joined by a full cast today of everyone who's currently active, which means that we've got Dani.
Hey.
We've got Zarria.
Hello.
We have Neptoon above me.
Hello.
And we have Iain way over there.
Hi, I'm Ian.
That hasn't changed either, for once.
No, it hasn't.
It's a little more surprising that Iain hasn't changed.
Usually I'm in a different form.
Exactly. You're usually in your sock stealer form.
Love them feet.
Neptune is currently in his wizard form, though.
I'm always in my wizard form.
And Zarria, I know that you have a particular crop top on right now, but do you currently possess all the breasts?
No, I have no tits.
That's too bad, because I was hoping that we would just all live up to our Battle for Christmas Kingdom 2 personas.
Mine is just me. I'm boring.
One day I will show up with a wizard hat.
The plot.
One day I will show up with a wizard hat, and then it'll be all over for you.
Please. Wear like a full Merlin costume.
Oh my god.
I still have Vietnam flashbacks to writing that script a long ago. It haunts me sometimes.
I'm
That was
sure.
rough.
Next time, you and I will write the Gay Wizard spinoff for Pride Month.
Yes. The two gay people here.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, we are going to have a very fun episode today where we will be discussing our fan casts for Muppet movies. So allow me to explain in case that didn't get it across, or you've never heard of this meme before. So similar to any of the actual Muppet movies. Yes, go ahead, Iain.
Can you explain to the audience what a Muppet is as well, just in case they don't know?
Yes,
It is a man puppet.
I don't know if that's actually what it stands for.
I don't know. That's what I came up with.
But the Muppets
But
are
is he a man?
Or is he a Muppet? Am I a Muppet?
Oh, man.
I haven't seen
love
that
that we
movie
know
since
that.
it came out, but that was the modern rebooted Muppet movie. In any case, so Muppet is any puppet designed and created by Jim Henson and his company. And usually in any of the Muppet movies, especially we're thinking of the Muppet Christmas Carol, for example, it takes an existing story and recasts everyone but one usually integral character or titular character with Muppets. Usually that single character is still a real being, a real human being. So, for example, in the Muppet Christmas Carol, Michael Caine played Ebenezer Scrooge and played him completely straight, completely realistic, as though it were just a regular movie, which usually serves as a really funny contrast with the Muppet characters and the silliness that goes on there. So we are each going to be presenting a different Muppet or a different existing IP that we will then be recasting with the Muppets.
Yes.
And I will say as well, just for the sake of flexibility, I'll say that we can, for those Muppet castings, use anything from The Muppets, Fraggle Rock, Sesame Street, Labyrinth, The Dark Crystal,
Okay.
anything that actually has Jim Henson's puppet stuff in it. Which I guess you could technically also include Yoda.
That is true.
You could technically include
Technically,
Yoda.
that does include Yoda.
Oh, God,
Does it also include
a
Grogu?
bad idea.
I would say it doesn't include Grogu.
He's not a Muppet.
Because-
He's my son.
I would say it's more because Frank Oz, one of Jim Henson's original Muppet crew,
Yeah.
puppeteered Yoda. But
Yeah.
all right.
He's not a Muppet. He's my son.
That sounds like a line that needs to be in one of these adaptations. He's not a Muppet.
Absolutely.
He's my son.
That's the title of this episode.
Okay, yeah. You want to take that down? Write that down. Write that down.
Where?
Write that down.
Go. It's still here.
And then the pen.
I've got my entire pencil case right there.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So, who would like to go first? Who's got their burning concept in their mind?
I think I'll go first.
Okay.
Because mine did not have a lot of prep. In fact, I've been mostly making up the fan cast since we've been recording.
Yeah, I didn't
Sorry.
actually put together the cast. I
Yeah,
just
I
figured out
decided to
what
that.
I'm going
It
to
should just be improvised.
do.
That's the best.
Yeah, or like we would
Yeah.
decide it together type of thing.
Yeah, either way, go for
Yeah.
it.
So the movie. So in the racking of my brain to come up with a movie to fan cast for the Muppets, the first one that popped up that I felt would be great, a prime candidate for a Muppet recasting is Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, yes.
Mad Max Fury Road. Obviously. Let's start with the human. The original actor who is coming back to reprise their role, Charlize Theron, as Furiosa.
I like
obviously.
it. Instead of what people might have assumed where you would put Max with
Yes.
Tom Hardy.
Yes.
I will not a bad choice, but I like yours better.
Yes, I
Yes,
like
Charlize
Furiosa
Theron
more.
as Furiosa. The titular Mad Max is up for debate because I haven't really settled on anyone to play Mad Max at this moment.
I have a very specific thought, but you go
Okay.
on first.
All right. So I have in my head so far, so I couldn't decide where to put Kermit, but Miss Piggy is obviously playing one of the other wives that are escaping Tim
Oh,
Horton
yeah,
Joe with
uh-huh.
Furiosa. And she is absolutely furious through the entire movie that she was not cast as Furiosa.
Yeah, that's a deep cut. I like it.
Also,
Yeah.
Oh my god, that works so well.
has anybody not seen Mad Max Fury Road? Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I know the vague plot.
It's
That's more than me.
not really like a very involved plot. Basically, Max tries to help concubines escape a tyrannical ruler guy who then goes and hunts them down. But then when they get to the place that they're going, spoiler alert, they don't find what they were looking for and have to turn back and end up basically fighting head on with the tyrant who's chasing after them. That's basically all there is to it. Furiosa, again played by Charlize Theron, is this one-armed super badass warrior lady who's helping these women escape. That's basically all you need to know.
All right. I know that it has a lot of explosions.
It's a very good movie.
Yes, it's fantastic. Okay, so yeah, we've got Charlize Theron, Furiosa, Miss Piggy playing one of the Immortan Joe's wives. I haven't decided which one. She's just in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Really funny would be if one of the wives is Miss Piggy and the rest of them are just chickens.
Perfect. Friggin' perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, and then if I may suggest one or Nux is
Yes.
Gonzo.
No, that actually works perfect because if the rest of the wives are chickens and one of them is Camilla, then that makes Nux being cast as Gonzo.
Mm-hmm. So for context, Gonzo is in love with a chicken named Camilla in the show.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's perfect. So yeah, Nux will be played by Gonzo, which already fits as far as characters go in terms of Gonzo's personality. I'm picturing obviously other writers for Immortan Joe. You can have Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker thrown in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Other ones. You could have Sweetums. Sweetums would be a good one for
Which one is Sweetums again?
He's one of the taller ones, like looks like a hairy monster.
I'll be looking some of these up as we go. We will be.
Yes.
I'm dying.
Yeah. Which then I feel like a good choice to play Immortan Joe would be Bobo the Bear, who I just learned the name of. I only knew him as like the large brown bear Muppet.
Look up Bobo the Bear now. Because we need...
Bobo the Bear, yes, as Immortan Joe. And then
Okay.
Bobo the Bear as Immortan Joe, and then Fozzie Bear can be like the right hand to Immortan Joe.
The one who wields the big guns and shouts
The one
that
who
he has
wields
a
the
baby
big
brother.
guns. Yes.
Okay, and tests out the breast milk at the start, now that I remember too.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Yeah. We gotta get a Waka Waka in there somewhere.
Waka waka.
Of course.
Waka Waka, because that's one of Fozzie's catchphrases, I guess.
Got it. Okay.
Yes. So,
Goodness,
Sam
so many of
Eagle,
these are
also a
listed
good
down.
choice to play one of the writers for Immortan Joe.
I think so. We could have Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem be the flame guitar stuff.
100%, yes. Yes,
Oh my
all
goodness.
of that.
Because they're sort of a
Just have the
rock
entire
house
band there.
Yeah. I love that.
So yeah, now that we've discussed most of the primary cast, let's talk about Max. Let's talk about the titular role and who we think which Muppet would fit best into that role.
Yeah, because I mean, the first instinct is to say Kermit or Animal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I would 100% agree with that.
See, Comet can play any role. Comet's very dynamic.
Have Kermit as a Morton Joe.
Oh my god. Actually,
do not my
no.
friends become addicted to water?
That's a pretty good Comet impression.
Yeah, I try.
Yeah, no, I honestly, those were my two top choices for Max, either Kermit or Animal, mostly because they barely talk and they're wearing a muzzle for most of the time.
Yeah. Madnimal Max.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. I definitely like... Oh, okay. The leader of Gastown of the Bullet Farm, Statler and Waldorf.
Yes. Yes, love that. That's
Yeah, so there
fantastic.
are two like side character Baron type guys who run Gastown, which is like a refinery that's lasted over the apocalypse, and the Bullet Farm, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's a weapons and ammo manufacturing place. They should totally both be played by Statler and Waldorf.
100%. Well, no, okay, if we have the entire Electric Mayhem riding with Immortan Joe, then that takes animal out of the casting for
yeah,
Max.
I guess it would. Uh-huh. Okay. I think that Kermit wielding a sawed-off shotgun as Max would be just a great imagery.
Yeah.
Especially
So yeah,
acting against Charlize Theron and then also Miss Piggy as one of the other wives. I think,
yes,
despite it being the obvious choice, it's one of the better choices.
I think you're right.
And I think he'd do really well saying some like the famous lines, you know. I was wondering what would break forth, your spirit or your body. You know, the very classic line he says.
That
Max Fury Road.
yeah, totally not his line from The Dark Knight Rises as Bane.
No, not at all. Oh, the shadow of betrayal.
I'm.
Oh my god.
Isn't he?
Are we just casting Kermit as Bane now in The Dark Knight Rises?
That'd be great, but no. I was just thinking.
You think the
Isn't
darkness
Max
is your ally?
tied?
I was born in the darkness, molded by it.
God, that'd be
Oh my
great.
god.
He can play a Tom Hardy character. Kermit is the Tom Hardy of the Muppets universe.
Kermit is the Tom Hardy.
Yeah, the only real, like, iconic line I can think of for Max in Fury Road is, "My name is Max," so... My name is Kermit. I like that. Do you think that anything would change about the plot? Or anything like that?
Ooh, that is a good point.
There would be at least 5 musical numbers.
Yeah, I could see that.
What about Waddle? The whole that's gonna be a musical number.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Doing
That
the battle,
that whole opening scene.
Oh man, having... Because it's already very musical in the sense that they scored it beautifully. So having, like, almost like an opera done by Muppets during these big chase and battle scenes would be so funny. Gotta get a really good look there, hey baby girl. She was just, like, getting closer and closer to her tin of puffs.
And she just booped it with her nose and
Amazing.
walked away.
I think the only significant plot change would have to be towards the end. Like when they reach their destination. Like, is it actually barren or is there something else there entirely?
You actually get there, it's the fourth wall of the Muppets thing. You see all the cameras and stuff. That's the end.
You see the performers.
I think similarly, what you could do is, you could have it like... Okay, so maybe all of the Muppets are the only Muppets, aside from the few other specifically casted ones, at Immortan Joe's sanctuary. And so they're trying to go to a place that is fabled to have a bunch of other Muppets instead of just a few. And then when they get there, it's just people. Or knockoff Muppets.
Oh my god.
I think I like that.
Yes. I do like that. That's
Nuppets.
great.
Because that also doubles as not Muppets.
Uh-huh.
Aha.
I wasn't thinking that far, but thank you for making me sound smarter than I am.
And throughout the movie, the wives are always saying, "We're going to the green place," because that's the place they're going. And so they instead say, we're going to the Muppet place. We're going to the Muppet Show.
Muppet place.
Ah!
They're escaping so that they can be on the Muppet Show.
Muppets Show.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I think we cracked this one.
Here we go.
I think we did. I think we've accomplished what we set out to do.
I think so.
Oh man, that's a good one. Well, thank you. Thank you, Neptune. That was
course.
lovely. Who would like to go next if we are concluded here?
I will go next.
All right.
So I have John Wick. And
Right.
I think that the one human character would be John, of course.
Mm.
And then the rest will be Muppets.
Yeah, it doesn't even really have to be too specific, because, like, you don't really get to know a lot of the characters in the Muppets, or, sorry, in John Wick, aside from John.
I mean, Yosef and
Kermit should
Vigo have a
definitely
pretty
be-
big
yeah, in the first one,
role.
they do.
Aurelio, Winston, Miss Perkins,
I think it would be, what's the concierge's
Sharon.
name?
Sharon.
Sharon? Okay. Like the hotel concierge?
Charon.
Oh, so Charon. Well,
Charon, yes.
it's spelled the same way as the Greek myth Charon, at least.
Yeah, I didn't know how to say it,
Yeah,
so
no,
I
that's
just said
fair.
Sharon. But
And now that I think
yes,
about it,
that
that
is
actually
the
makes sense.
concierge dude.
Okay, yes, the one played by the glorious Lance Reddick. Now that I think
there's
about
Marcus.
it, though, it actually makes sense that his name would be Charon, or at least some of the other imagery around him makes sense, because he's given coins in order to get access to the syndicate or whatever. So, yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, yes, go on, sorry.
All
Yeah,
I know
and then
about
the
John
rest
Wick-
are, for the most part, pretty small.
Pretty
like
insignificant
Gregory,
side
that's
characters.
the friend of Yosef.
All I can think about when I
Yeah.
hear Gregory now is Five Nights at Freddy's. Gregory. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
honestly,
so-
like... Yeah, we can focus on those main characters
Yeah.
for sure.
So Winston,
know-
the head of the Continental, the
Right.
kind of safe space for assassins.
I know that
they kind
Dani
of
hasn't seen
control
John
them,
Wick.
Whatever.
No, all I know
Have
about it is
they-
guy goes crazy after his dog dies.
They place the laws.
It would make sense in my head to have one particular character, but if you found someone, then yeah, you go first if you've got somebody.
No, I don't know the Muppets. I really don't. So I have absolutely no ideas.
Just putting a thought out there. Can Kermit play the dog?
I was gonna say,
No.
The one that dies or the one that he gets?
The one that dies.
No, he got another
man.
dog.
no.
Because wasn't it
Kermit's
like
been
a
the
gift
one-
from his dead wife? The first one? Or am
The
I...
first one was a gift from his dead wife,
Kermit's
so
head-
Yeah.
he wouldn't have to grieve for her alone.
There is actually a dog Muppet that, like,
Yeah.
is just a dog and doesn't speak.
Ralph the dog, you mean? Oh, Ralph.
No, not Ralph. Ralph's the
Rolf?
talking piano man.
Oh,
Rolf.
she
There's
can
a
die.
song, you're the piano
No,
man.
I'm saying you have God, I think his
I
name is
don't
like
remember the one you're
Muffy
talking
or...
about, but
I still think the dog that dies should be Robin the Frog, because that thing should be killed.
No.
Kermit's nephew, the freaky looking one.
oh, he's not freaky looking.
It's not freaky
His
looking.
eyes are
cute.
weird. He's not. He's small and
Your
evil.
eyes are
and he's-
weird.
You're correct. But so is his. That's how I know.
Of course, takes one to know one or whatever. But anyway, the person to play Winston is absolutely Sam Eagle.
Oh, yeah. I see that.
If you look up Sam Eagle, he is just like a bald eagle character who's very like patriotic. Even kind of looks like the guy who plays
a little,
Winston.
Yeah.
I know his name, like the actor's
It
name,
seems
but I
fitting.
forget it now.
Ian McShane.
Ian McShane. Okay,
Hi.
not the name I
How
thought
are
it
you?
was.
I just have a list of the characters here, and all the actors are underneath them.
Right.
I do take back what I said. Robin the Frog made halfway down the stairs. If you ever listen to that from the Muppets, it's amazing.
Okay. But yeah, Sam Eagle I think would be a great fit for Winston. Again, even looks like him a little bit. We also have Charon once again.
Yeah.
The
The
look him
hotel
up.
concierge.
Jan Wick.
And that's Lance Reddick plays.
Oh yeah, I love Lance Reddick.
Hmm.
The John Wick wiki is referred to as the John Wiki.
Obviously.
I
What
know.
else
I
would it
saw
be
that,
called?
and it's so good.
But yeah, Charon is the concierge at the Continental Hotel's New York establishment, employed by Winston, being his right-hand man. Who should that be? And then what's the name of the the sommelier guy?
The sommelier? Oh.
Like the one who gives John his weapons but acts like a sommelier.
Let me see if I see him and remember.
I don't know who that one is. I've never
He's
seen.
mostly on the Muppet Show.
Yeah, I never watched that, so that's why I am unfamiliar with him.
Yeah, the
wait,
one
what
that gives him
question?
his weapons. I don't know.
Danny
I can't remember.
had seen Scooter on the list of Muppet characters,
I had
and
no idea who
she
he was.
doesn't know who
Yes.
Scooter is because
I think Scooter would be a good candidate for the sommelier, actually. Either him or Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
I was thinking maybe Honeydew. Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be great. Not the Swedish Chef.
I'm trying to
That
think
could
of the
be funny.
stupidest roles I can put the Swedish chef into, not gonna lie.
I think the
Like, that'd be
concierge
kind of
could
funny.
be-
Like giving the guns, the Swedish Chef. That's kind of funny.
That would
Oh.
also be funny. That would be
Apparently, the sommelier is just referred to as the sommelier.
Okay.
amazing.
Yeah, that's I
Going
didn't
back
see him.
to the concierge, I think the concierge could be played by Uncle Deadly, who I just learned the name of.
Right. Hang on. He's on this list. Uncle Deadly is a very small side character. Muppets. Oh. Muppets, Uncle Deadly. Actually, yeah, he's in a suit in one of these, or he's in a suit in a lot of these shots, but specifically for the 2011 Muppets movie. Yeah. That I
And
think
that was for
would
the
work.
sommelier or the concierge? Which one?
The concierge could be played by Uncle Deadly.
Honeydew was
Yes.
the sommelier.
Yeah, I think Honeydew would be the sommelier.
Yeah.
I think that the sort of chipper attitude next to Keanu's like dour expression when he's doing anything in the John Wick movies would be very funny.
Yeah.
Baby is
Yeah,
very
and I think
unhappy right
and I
now.
think Beaker just has to be added in as an assistant for the sommelier because
Yeah,
of course
basically.
he has to be there.
I agree with that. I like that thought.
Rizzo the Rat should like not be one of the characters, but just be running around the background randomly in every scene.
I fully agree. Rizzo the Rat is so funny.
Just have him running around all the time.
I mean, the Continental that John Wick goes to in the first movie is in New York City, so like
Yeah.
you could have the pizza
Holy
rat.
shit.
Yeah.
A rat.
A rat.
God damn it.
Okay. And then we had... What were the Russian brothers' names?
There aren't brothers,
Ivan
but
and
there's the
Ivan.
father and the son.
Right, I couldn't
Vigo is
remember
the
if they were
father,
brothers.
and Yosef is the son.
Right.
Vigo
Yeah, both
Tarasov
of 'em.
and Yosef Tarasov.
That's right. Okay. Aha. Who could we have there?
Okay, can it be Bo and Oni?
I think Vigo should be Bobo the bear.
Vigo
Just
could be
looking
Bobo the
at
bear.
Bobo. Just looking at Bobo, he has Vigo vibes.
And Bobo is sort of like a bit of a mogul in certain ways. At least has been in some portrayals.
And then in the
So...
Sesame Street, there is also Baby Bear. That could be the son. Yeah, one of the bears and the baby bear.
Baby bear.
Yeah.
So many characters
Yes.
we don't know about.
Kind. Yeah,
And
from the
I
original-
I also
think-
have.
Oh, and
I-
what about like Elmo or Oscar the Grouch or that sort of thing? Since we're also using Sesame Street characters,
Ooh, yeah.
We did establish that.
Rock.
and Sesame Street takes place in New York City, so we could have a little side piece where John just goes to Sesame Street. That's where the Continental is,
Yes.
actually.
One gun.
It's on Sesame Street.
Two gun.
Okay.
Okay.
I think
The Count as the
That-
sommelier, I think, would be perfect now that we bring
Oh,
it up.
it works so well. Yeah.
and I think that Yosef should be Grover.
Yeah, okay. A little odd because Yosef is... Or Grover is so timid, but that's part of the point, is
Yeah,
sometimes
but making
you...
him be like, haha, fuck you. I killed your dog and
Abby
stole
would-
your car.
Abby would kill a dog.
And then the rest of the time just being like, oh shit. And then
Abby would
running
kill
away
a
from him.
dog and probably steal a car.
yeah, that's just like Abby would kill a dog.
But
Rocco's not on
alternatively,
This one's hard for me. This one's
We
hard
could-
for me because I haven't seen John Wick. So I have no idea who the characters are in reference to the plot or anything.
Yeah, so basically Yosef is the dude that stole his car and killed his dog.
Yeah,
And
that's basically what
that's
you
the
need to
guy
know.
that John Wick is after for pretty much
if we were
most
doing
of the
like
movie.
a full Muppet casting, we would have Elmo as John, and Rocco would be the guy that killed his dog.
Oh, man, that's good. That's
Rocco.
Hello, Rocco.
Rocco's not alive. I love that so much.
Just imagine Elmo pulling a pump-action shotgun on Rocco and just blowing him to bits. Oh, that's good. I like that.
For some reason, I thought Zarria was gonna pick a Bond film. I thought a
Fair.
funny thing would be that Bond's not the one that stays, but the Bond girl is the human one, and you meet Elmo Bond.
That would be incredible.
Oh,
I
man.
would love that.
Yes.
The Bond girl is the only human. You have
Um,
like Elmo as Bond.
That would be
Big
so
Bird is
good.
Bond. Oh my god,
Big
Big Bird
Bird
is Bond.
as-
The name is Bond. Big
Big
Bird.
Big Bird.
Especially because we all know that Big Bird radiates sexual energy.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my God.
100%.
He has sex.
I've seen it.
And Big
I'm
Bird
so
has a kill
close.
streak.
I've watched him.
I've watched him.
And we know
my
Big Bird has a
God.
kill streak, so
Big Bird has a kill streak.
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, you know that drunken driving accident he had, you know.
Oh my god.
He was also involved in the Challenger disaster. Little known fact.
Well, he was almost
Elmo
involved in
also
the
caused
disaster.
9/11.
Yeah. No, 9/11 was
Elmo's fault.
an
It was an
Elmo
inside
side
job from Sesame Street.
Elmo
Yeah.
side job.
Okay, is there anything else that we can or need to think of with John Wick?
I would probably say Aurelio, the car shop guy that Yosef had brought his car to.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah.
Which of the Muppets is a car guy?
Yeah. I feel like you could put that maybe as...
Animal seems like a car guy.
It could be Animal, it could be Scooter. Animal doesn't say a lot, so...
He seems like a car guy, though.
The vibes.
Pepe could be a car guy.
I didn't realize that Pepe was called a king prawn. He looks like one of those weird alien things from Men in Black.
He's a shrimpy boy. Except he's the king shrimp. I could see
Yes.
Pepe as a car guy.
Uh,
A picture of Gonzo makes him look like a dad.
yeah. How are you doing, son? Just scrolling through some of the main supporting characters to see if anyone else fits very well for
This is
Aurelia.
harder than it looks.
This
Yeah.
is a lot harder. A better question, where is Miss Piggy? Because you know she'd have something to say if she's not in it.
Miss Piggy is Miss Perkins,
No,
the
she's
one
the
that tries
director.
to. No,
Miss Piggy
Piggy's...
directed John Wick.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I love that
She
for
did-
her. What an icon.
And that's why Keanu Reeves is forced to have a lot of hi-yas as he performs his martial arts.
Of course.
And he
I
didn't
think
do them
she
well
would
enough,
be
so
Miss
Miss Piggy
Perkins,
dubbed
the
over
one that
them.
tries to kill John when he's in the Continental and then gets excommunicated and shot.
Huh. Don't remember that one. But yeah, sure.
Miss Piggy wouldn't
played
let
Miss
herself
Piggy.
get shot.
Miss Piggy could play John's wife, and then she's gone
That
in the
is
first,
also
like,
true.
10 minutes.
Miss Piggy wouldn't let herself die on camera.
She doesn't die on
No,
camera.
she'd
She
be a
gets,
ghost
like,
the
cancer
entire
or
movie.
something. Oh,
She'd be
man.
a ghost the entire movie. She's being in the back going, wait.
Or like
Piggy
the
what she
voice in
sounds
his
like.
head, and he's just like a floating Miss Piggy head around John Wick.
I think
the
that
whole
is what
movie.
we were thinking, yeah.
I think Miss Piggy would stand for that. Would accept that.
Okay. That feels like it kind of covers everything. The best thing with John Wick with Muppets is basically just thinking about Muppets getting blasted to pieces.
And just their stuffing
like-
blowing
Yeah,
everywhere.
Exactly.
And like the little
really
sticks
good
that
muzzle
muzzle
shots. No,
Oh my god.
I would love one if
remember-
if there was a shot.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
there was
you're
a shot where, like, someone shoots a gun, but it hits the hand of the person doing the puppeteering. There's just blood spurting out. Like, I'm like, ah!
Oh no.
Oh, I love that. That's a good thought.
Oh my god. Oh, but going back
I
to
could go into films.
going back to Yusuf and Vigo, because we brought up Yusuf being played by Rocco, which would then mean that Vigo is being played by Zoe.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
I can see that.
And then John Wick maybe is still played by Keanu Reeves, but just has like red fur on his hands or something to illustrate that he is Elmo.
No, it's Keanu Reeves as if he were the Muppet and Elmo is the one controlling him.
Oh my god.
Elmo
No, you
takes
feel like-
control of John Wick to get revenge on Rocco.
Yeah.
No,
Oh my
you
God.
Yes.
see, what I think about it is actually, we would high on lifestyle. Elmo's the gun. Kill me.
We're truly
Elmo's
reaching new
like-
levels here.
Yeah,
This
we
comedy, guys.
like Brandon Sanderson has a podcast with one of his other author friends, Dan Wells. And and they together have talked about fan casts of Muppets in other movies. And they've expressed so many times, like, this is such a gold mine. Like, Disney could be making so much money off of this. Why aren't they making money off of this?
They should be.
They own the rights to Star Wars and all of Marvel, basically.
Why
That
isn't there a
alone.
Muppet Star Wars?
Honestly,
Why is
the
there not
fact
a
that we
Muppet
haven't
Star
gotten a Muppet
Wars?
Star Wars
There's been Simpsons.
is a
There's
crime.
been a bunch of other ones.
Because
Where was the
especially back when Star Wars was fresh, Mark Hamill / Luke Skywalker made an appearance as a guest on one
the
of the
Muppet
episodes
Show.
of The
The
Muppet,
Muppet
Show.
Show, yeah.
So if we did
Oh,
Star
Elmo.
Wars,
I am your father.
who's the human?
For Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yoda.
Oh.
Yoda. No, only Yoda stays the same.
Yoda's the only one that's the same.
No. Better yet, Yoda's just Frank Oz, who did the original puppeteering and voice for Yoda.
Yes.
So Emma's Muppet, but Frank Oz is just a human
Yup.
in like a really bad Yoda costume.
Uh-huh.
I think the only human would have to be Harrison Ford.
Oh, that's a good thought. That is a good
Miss
thought.
Piggy is Leia. Miss Piggy is
Sir-
Leia.
Sir Alec
Kermit
Guinness,
is Luke.
because Sir Alec Guinness already had a hard time putting up with the stuff that he saw as BS and illegitimate in the world of
Yeah.
film. He had a hard time with Star Wars.
Who would be Darth Vader?
Ozzy.
Fozzie.
No, it's the Count. No, the Count's the Emperor. Never mind.
Yes, the Count would totally be
I
the
don't know
Emperor.
why, but I'm kind of feeling Gonzo
Oh,
as a Vader. I can't explain why.
Gonzo as Vader.
One
I can see that.
lightning. Two lightning.
No,
1,000.
I find it funny if, like, who's the nicest character in Sesame Street? Because they should be Darth Vader. I don't know why that's funny to me. Like, the person just wouldn't expect.
Big Bird.
No. Big Bird's a
Bird's
war
very
criminal.
nice on
Like, Oscar
Sesame
the
Street.
Grouch
On
is the
Sesame
obvious
Street,
answer
sure.
if you're being evil, you know? Like, Oscar the Grouch, you know, it's like the tin can. Like,
Yeah, he's
it's
basically
his trash
he can
can.
just modify the trash can to be Darth Vader's helmet and suit.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks fine.
That, however, is not my suggestion for the fan cast. That was more of an aside.
Yeah.
Are we ready to move on from John Wick?
I think so.
Yeah.
We've already moved on
think
from
so.
John Wick. We're in Star Wars now.
But now
You said
we're moving
Star
on.
Wars.
Now we're moving on from Star Wars because we are instead
Faster.
going
Doing
to
Star Wars.
yeah.
Yeah, we're doing
Now this-
Star Wars.
No, we're doing Indiana Jones. Come on.
Shut up! Don't look at me like
doing
that.
Star Wars.
Nah, get away from me.
Okay, but for real. Crap, I'm blanking on what I was going to do. Oh, no. I remember now. Blade Runner.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Original?
The original Blade Runner, yeah.
Harrison
So
Ford is
Harrison
human.
Ford is...
I can't
That's
say
what
I'm
this-
familiar.
That is okay. I will give you a synopsis like I have. So, in Blade Runner, Harrison Ford plays a Blade Runner who is basically a detective who takes out rogue androids known as replicants. He's brought in to take out a group of particularly dangerous androids who have returned to Earth from the off-world colonies in order to find their creator, like the CEO of the company that makes the replicants, so that they can try to get longer lifespans. Because as it is, replicants can only live for up to 4 years. And so they want longer lives.
As you do.
Yeah.
Can't say
Yeah.
necessarily blame them on that one.
So I think there are 2 prime options for who would be the human. Obviously, first and foremost would be Harrison Ford as Rick Deckard.
Yes.
Second, however, would be Rutger Hauer, who is passed now. But Rutger Hauer as Roy Batty, the main antagonist replicant. I think either would be a fun choice.
Yeah. I like the
I
Harrison
agree.
Ford one because I really want Comet to play Ruckle, the
Rutger
main
Hauer's
antagonist.
character,
So
Roy.
so he can do the Tears and Rain bit.
Oh man. Yeah, at the end of the
Yeah,
movie.
actually, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Actually, that's
Comet doing the
perfect.
Tears and Rain bit. Come on.
Oh, at the end of the movie, Roy, as he's realizing he's about to die, gives this great little speech, this little monologue where he says, I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shores of Orion. I've watched C-beams glitter in the dark of Tenhauser Gate. Something along those lines for that line. All those moments will be lost like tears in rain. Time to die. And then he dies. And it's very, like, melancholy, because it's like, oh, these androids, despite being really dangerous, just want to be alive. They have beautiful existences.
Great scene. Comet
Yeah.
would do great.
Great scene. Yeah.
I've
Like
seen
those.
things you people wouldn't believe.
Miss Piggy is Rachel. That's her name, right?
Yes. Miss Piggy. So, Rachel is Deckard's love interest, who is a replicant, but doesn't realize she's a replicant. So I think that would be particularly funny, too, is that any replicants are Muppets.
No, and know how
That one
it's
scene.
kind of,
That
it's
one
kind of
scene would have gone a lot differently with Miss Piggy.
Harrison Ford still has sex with Miss Piggy.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
yes.
the I will force you to give consent scene.
Yeah, that's
That
why
part of the
I'm
movie
just
has
saying 'cause
not
it's
aged
that,
well.
It's that one scene
Yeah.
because we all know that one scene. It's just that one scene.
Yeah,
was
Miss
gonna
Piggy would
say,
not
though-
stand for it.
You know how it's kind of implied that in that Harrison Ford's character could be a replicant kind of thing.
Yeah.
As it fades away, he turns into Elmo. To imply that he's a replicant the entire time.
Whoa. Wow. That's something.
That's what we
Interesting.
call filmmaking right there.
That is cinema at its
That is
finest.
cinema.
I want to say, I do want to see Muppets with boobs. Because there is a lot of nudity in
Yeah,
Blade
a lot
Runner.
of top nudity. Just have felt nipples.
Would be. No,
Remember
oh
the
my
other
god, no,
characters
that
in
would
Blade
be
Runner?
Like the Happy Time murders.
because
Yeah.
all of the advertisements around the city would have to be Muppets.
Oh man, like that classic giant Coca-Cola ad on the side of the building.
Who would be
Yes.
Pris?
Pris is she's the acrobatic one with the weird bob hairstyle, right?
Bob Hairstyle and the paint.
Yeah, the black
Awesome
eye
eyes.
paint. Yes. Who would be
Yeah.
Pris? Because she's again very acrobatic.
He's the one at the strip club? Or like
No.
the... Okay,
No, she's the one that hangs out with Roy all the time.
got it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, again, bob haircut, black eye paint.
It has been
Oh, yeah,
several years
and
since I've seen the
aphantasia.
movie. Yeah. He is laughing hysterically.
Yes, she is laughing hysterically, but the video can keep going. Okay.
I need to go back to the list of Muppets because I don't
Yeah.
sorry, I don't know the Muppets that well.
Who would be the big burly one that kills the guy at the very beginning of the movie doing the Void Kampf test?
Big Bird. You say immortal, I just think Big Bird.
Uh-huh.
I would say either Big Bird or Sweetums.
Sweetums, I can see doing it. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
would say Sweetums.
I thought maybe Fozzie.
I was thinking Fuzzy
Oh
too.
my
Not gonna lie.
I think Fozzie.
Can he please have like oh yeah, no, his real accent's good, but I love how he did like his voice, like tried to just like make it intimidating, which doesn't work out. 'Cause it's Fozzie Bear. Waka waka.
Waka waka motherfucker. Yeah. The
my
other
God.
difficult thing though with the Muppets, specifically like the main Muppets, is that there aren't a lot of female Muppets.
No.
There's
Yeah,
basically
that's. I
just
was
Miss
thinking
Piggy.
the same thing.
It's why we have to get progressive, and we have to have Beagle
There's
play
Miss
one of the
Piggy
girls.
and there's Janet, the
I mean,
bass player from Electric Mayhem.
Gonzo has recently been revealed, retconned, come out, whatever term you want to use, as non-binary. So
Can we
Yeah,
have
for
Beagle
them.
play Pris?
me.
That's all she said. That's all.
Okay, I kind of love that.
Genius.
That would be
Inspired.
Oh man, inspired by God.
great. Can we have one of them as a chicken?
God bless Go Dogs.
Camilla the chicken.
Of course.
One of them's
Who
Camilla
would
the
it
chicken.
be? Oh, the burlesque dancer replicant would totally be Camilla the Chicken.
And she won't have feathers on her chest.
Oh my goodness, those
That's
chicken
an
breasts.
awful image. Thank you.
Oh my God.
You're welcome.
I love it.
This is great.
Okay, honestly, that really covers. Oh
Big
no.
characters. Oh.
Well, I mean, if we're going on the idea that only the replicants are Muppets in this case,
Yeah.
then the technician
It's
guy,
really funny.
the eye engineer, and the
Oh, yeah.
and Mr. Tyrell himself would just be themselves. So
Yeah.
I think that would be especially funny too, though, because in Blade Runner, one of the main things is like some of these replicants don't know that they're not human because they've had implanted memories. And so as far as they know, they're people,
But they look like Muppets.
but they look like Muppets. So it's like, there's a line that Harrison says when he finds out that Rachel is a replicant where he says, "How does it not know?" And I think that in particular would be like looking at Miss Piggy. How does she not know? I love
Oh
that.
my god, that's
And I'm
That's
also
perfect.
trying to think like a little bit into 2049. That's what it is, right? Yeah.
Yes, it's 2049. Yeah, where Kay, the main character, is supposed to be a replicant. Yeah, especially because Harrison shows up as Deckard again in that movie too. So it's like, would he be like half Elmo or what's going on there?
This hybrid.
Dr. Strange Pork.
He needs to be in it somehow. I don't know how. He just does.
I forgot about Dr. Strange Pork.
Me too. Until I saw it. That's a perfect name. That's the best name it was come up with for something.
But either way, like, yeah, what would happen with 2049? That I'd say we could think about again later. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually not watched that Blade Runner yet. I need to. I know, but
2049 is lovely.
I hear it's good.
It's its own thing, mostly. Like, obviously, it's fully
Yes.
connected to the original Blade Runner, but it's
Yeah,
got a
let's-
very different tone.
It's less non-consensual sex.
Yeah.
But that was my favorite.
That's a plus.
No.
This is the public episode.
Disclaimer: no, that's not true.
Yeah, I think that covers
you're
Blade
done?
Runner, honestly.
I think
Okay.
so.
There's not a lot that can really be said in the case of Blade Runner.
Yeah, but I do like the idea that all Muppets are replicants. That's a funny.
Yeah,
thing.
I think it just makes
that's
it
the
so
funny thing.
on the nose of like, these people are different.
Okay.
Yeah.
If we're going on, I would like to make my suggestion next.
Okay.
Originally, I didn't have like anything concrete. I kind of had like a couple ideas, but then while we were filming, I thought of, what if we're casting the Batman as
The Batman.
like the new one with Robert
the new
Pattinson.
Robert
Okay,
Pattinson, the
Pattinson.
Batman.
Not the Dark Knight with the Bale.
No.
No, the Batman.
The Batman.
Who would be
Okay,
the
so we
one
have
human character?
It's
Penguin,
either
say no.
it's
I had the thought of the
it's
Penguin.
either going to be Batman or Alfred as the one human.
Alfred
I
would
kind
be
of
great as
love the
one to
idea
be-
of
It has to
Batman
be
being
Alfred.
a Muppet and
Yes.
Alfred being a human. You know, Andy
Well, the
Serkis
idea-
would be incredible.
Especially because,
Golden-
like, Andy Serkis otherwise is usually the mocap guy. So to have him specifically not play a non-human character alongside a bunch of other non-human characters is
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
wow, come on.
Okay, but so if we're doing the Batman, Robin Pattinson, it's either be Coleman or Elmo. I don't know why, but just the thought of any of them looking out like into the distance is really funny.
I already see this.
Fozzie Bale.
Kermit as Bruce and Elmo as Batman.
Elmo costume.
Oh, I love
There's something in the way.
Oh my god.
Sunday,
Oh, God.
October 31st.
Oh my god, can Fozzie Bale play Gordon?
Yes.
Waka Waka Batman.
Absolutely. Oh my god.
Okay, who's gonna be the Riddler though? That's the
I
very
was
important
just
question.
thinking that.
Oh, who? That's important. That's gonna be a good one.
I
feel
think
like
the
Rizzo.
Riddler could be Gonzo. Gonzo or Rizzo.
Rizzo. The Rizzler.
No.
And then Gonzo is the penguin.
Yeah. Yeah, I could
okay.
see that.
And I would say Cookie Monster would be Penguin, but Gonzo, I can see Gonzo as Penguin.
Cookie Monster, that'd be fun.
Cookie.
And then Catwoman would be Miss Piggy.
Yeah, Miss Piggy would put herself as
Cat
Catwoman.
Pig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pig woman.
I don't think all the other characters. Who are we blowing up? Remember the scene, the guy tied to the bomb?
Uh-huh.
Who are we blowing up?
Any of the politicians or business people.
Guy Smiley. I don't know why.
Who was Guy Smiley again?
I don't know. I just see him and he looks like, I don't know. He looks like he'd be.
Specifically, the guy with the bomb around his neck would be the Swedish chef.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes, 100%.
Again, another funny one would also be Beagle, because he can't actually talk. Like, give me the information. Meat. What does he want? Meat.
The old mare at the beginning who gets killed, Honeydew.
I think it would be just as fun to have him be Sam Eagle because he's the patriotic one.
True. And then one of the victims of the Riddler is going to be Honeydew, Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
Who's gonna be the post-credit scene Joker?
Obviously Rolf.
Now I'm thinking about Rolf being the Dark Knight Joker. Oh man. If I felt like I could reliably do his like gravelly voice, I would totally do the "Do you want to know how I got these scars?" line, but
I'm trying to figure out who we can have as who Big Bird can be. Big Bird can be like the original, like
no. Falcone.
Falcone. Yes.
Got it.
Big Bird is Falcone.
Got it.
So does that make Big Bird Miss Piggy's mother now? Miss Piggy's father now? Parent. What is Big Bird?
Well, he's a big bird.
True.
He's a big bird.
I'm the biggest bird. You know?
Yeah,
It's especially
Falcone.
funny to imagine Big Bird strangling Miss Piggy.
And Miss Piggy holding a gun to Big Bird's head. You don't have to be like this or like climb on top of like a stack of furniture to hold it up to the head.
Oh my goodness. I'm in.
I'm just
I'm in.
imagining the penguin car chase. All the explosions and stuff. With Batman in the Batmobile.
Oh, that's fun. I like that.
It's a good one.
Is there anybody else important for...
I can't. I look at the cast again. It's been a while.
I think we mostly got
Well,
everybody.
who's gonna be the mayor, the girl mayor? What's her name?
Oh, yeah. What is her name? You know, the mayoral candidate who's running against the guy who gets killed at the beginning.
Yeah.
Rock, I think.
What is her name?
I'm looking it up.
Royale?
Royale, I think.
Maybe? I can't remember.
Also, what about Catwoman's friend, girlfriend that
Bella
died?
Royale.
Yeah.
Bella Royale was her name.
Royale, okay.
Royale, like
Royale.
real with an accent over the A.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, because like I remember, like yeah, we'll show like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
real
yeah.
god, yeah.
So, who would be Mayor Royale, and who would be Catwoman's girlfriend, coworker, person?
Annika.
Annika.
Mayor
Yeah.
Real is being played by Zoe.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that would especially be fun because Mayor Royale and then Bruce / Batman kind of don't know how they feel about
Rocco's gonna be
her.
the guard. Part of like her secret service or whatever, bodyguard.
bodyguards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Addie
Then-
could be the co-worker.
Who?
What's her name? The girlfriend, friend.
Yeah,
also
Annika.
be
Yeah,
on the
but
call.
we didn't hear the
Annika.
Should say.
character who was
Oh,
playing.
Abby. Abby Cataway, the fairy girl from.
Right. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She seems like that kind of, you know.
Abby
I
Cadabby.
don't get. Yeah, Gadabby. That's how you
Abby
say it.
Cadabby.
Because it's supposed to be like abracadabra.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know why I put that up.
Yeah, that would work.
Maybe that. She seems like someone who doesn't want to be in a situation that she gets put in and then dies.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
agree with that.
I
think that's
that kind of
all
covers
we
it for the Batman.
Yes.
Okay.
So then it's just whatever you've got, Ian.
I do have mine, but sadly I didn't, so I'm going to grab it real quick, then I'll continue. I should get it, or my panel's going to interrupt. So one
Okay.
second, we can do the pause thing. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So,
How about the weather?
That's great.
sports,
Real
right?
quick,
Good
let's
stuff.
fan cast ourselves as Muppets.
Like if you were a Muppet, which one would you be?
Yeah, or like
Yeah,
like
just take a quick which Muppet are you
Yeah,
quiz.
the Muppets were going to take over the Elevated Nonsense podcast. Which Muppet would replace us?
Yeah, same idea.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. I personally feel like a
I think
Gonzo.
Okay. I think the only one that makes sense for me is Scooter.
I like
I
Scooter.
could see that.
Scooter
Yeah.
would be fun.
What were we talking?
Ian would be Animal.
Yes.
We're fan casting
yeah.
ourselves as Muppets.
Oh, okay. Cool. I like that idea. That's fun.
I would be Kermit solely in the sense that he's the tortured guy who tries to keep everything together.
He is the Muppet.
Oh, then I'd be Rocco. Oh, no, that's Elmo. Never mind. Damn it. Do it, Elmo, I'd be Rocco. Unraveling your world.
Yeah, so I'm Gonzo, Caleb's Kermit, Ian's Animal, Neptune is Scooter, Alex is Miss Piggy. Because she's the star
hot
of the
one.
show and everybody loves
I'm
her.
guessing.
The hot one.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
only female Muppet.
The diva.
The hot one by team. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So what do you
Now,
got,
what do
Ian?
you have, Ian?
So, I was thinking, what makes a good Muppet movie? We had the Christmas Carol, the big one. So, you have a very good actor as the main character. Like Michael Caine, amazing. Yeah, you need a star actor. And you need, family friendliness in a way. Usually a dark, Christmas Carol is a dark story, but they kind of made it, more family friendly with good morals. So, I have an actor in mind that actually worked with Michael Caine before in a sort of Batman movie. And I think I do have a movie that would fit well for this. And that is
think I
Christian
know.
Bale's American Psycho.
Mhm.
So,
Oh my god.
Okay. I have
the
never
course-
seen it. Danny's never seen it, as far as I'm aware.
Which one's American
I know
Psycho?
enough. So, American Psycho
It's the
stars-
one where Christian Bale is insane.
Yeah. He plays this businessman person who ends up killing his coworker because his business card is better than his, so he murders his coworker and a bunch of prostitutes and kind of goes insane. It's very like one of those you're not really sure what's the truth and what's real kind of thing.
It's one of the
like-
movies that quote unquote alpha males really like. Is one of their favorite movies
because they don't understand that it's a satirical take on businessmen and that you shouldn't be like this.
I've seen memes and stuff.
Oh,
from
yeah.
the movie.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
it's
it's
highly
memed to
this
death.
one in
It's
particular.
very
yeah,
memeable.
Why I picked it almost. But yeah, Christian Bale is definitely the human.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Now
We love
Paul
Christian
Allen,
Bale.
played by Jared Leto, is the first person he kills. Because he has a really nice business card that he doesn't like. That's the whole thing. He gets murdered
Wow.
because his
Yeah.
business card
His
is
business
better.
card is better than so he just murders him.
Murder with an axe. Yeah.
Because
Yeah, for him, that's I think Evelyn, which is his girlfriend, we played by Miss Piggy.
Yeah, we're basically just going to be running off of whatever you say here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Zarria, have you seen
I'm trying to
American
think.
Psycho? It sounds like you have.
I have.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have seen it exactly
I'm just
once.
looking through the
I've
Muppets
seen
and
that
I'm
once,
trying to
too.
think. Johnny Fiamma would be the one with the nice business card.
I don't know which one that is.
Muppet parody of Frank Sinatra.
Oh, that's hilarious.
What's the name again?
Johnny Fiamma.
Yeah.
Do you want to
Johnny
look that up
Fiamma.
real quick?
I see Johnny Fiamma.
FIAMA,
He would be the one
I'm
with the nice
assuming?
business.
Oh,
Business
he
card.
would. He would. He definitely would. Oh, that works so well, actually.
Oh, him. Yeah, I could see it now.
Yeah. Another big character is Willem Dafoe's character, the detective.
I didn't realize he was in that movie.
Yeah,
The
he. Yeah, and the thing is, he's a really bad at his job. He just kind of lets Bateman go.
I think
Yeah,
the
which Muppet
detective
looks
is
the most like
definitely
Willem Dafoe?
Kermit.
Yeah, we just gotta find out whoever
I
looks
think
like Willem
it's.
Dafoe.
I think the detective has to be Kermit. The detective has to be
I guess
Kermit.
people just disappear.
He already has a job as a reporter on Sesame Street, so
That's a good one. But to all the characters, they have more here. Not Gene. No, who am I thinking of? Is it? It's Lewis, right? Lewis is the gay one that hits on Bateman. I'm pretty sure.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, yes, Bateman's about to strangle him, but then he starts kissing his hand, and he stops.
Oh.
Oh. I'm thinking Oni for some reason. I don't know why. Just vibes. Just complete
Ernie.
vibes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Like-
Ernie
Yeah,
would fit.
Before
Yeah,
Oni met
I think
Boy,
that
you know?
works.
Yeah.
hmm
What about like all the women he kills? They don't play the biggest part, but he kills a lot of women in this.
One of them would be Janice, the guitarist for Electric Mayhem.
Yeah.
Oh no, poor
One
Uh-huh.
of them would be Camilla, the chicken.
I think most
course.
of them would be chickens.
Can we have the scene where he drops the chainsaw down? Can that be the chicken?
Oh my god.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, who's gonna be the person that cleans up like the entire apartment, like hides it all under the rug? That realtor.
There is a
At the end.
janitor Muppet.
There is.
There is a
Beauregard.
janitor Muppet. Yeah.
Yeah, Beauregard. Beauregard is the janitor Muppet.
Yes.
Who
Down
was
the
it?
bottom
Clement
right
was again?
corner, it showed Beauregard.
Detective. That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
I think
Yeah.
Elmo
Hermit's the
has. I think
detective.
Elmo should be the person that, like, at the end, that said, "That's impossible. I was with Paul Allen a week ago in Paris." Like that covered up the mortal completely. That's gotta be Elmo. Elmo's in on it.
Yes,
And
Okay.
then-
Elmo's definitely in on it.
absolutely.
This is just there's a scene where he shoots a random security guard. If you remember that.
I
He
think
just
so.
shoots him point blank. That's gotta be Link
Hogthrob.
which is
Yes.
the police in is the police officer in the Muppets, and he needs to be smoked because of is my theory on that. So he should play him.
Love
Of
it.
course, the
I
Muppet
think
police
that's
officer is a pig.
Absolutely.
I know,
Of
right?
course.
That's yeah. There's also a cat. Does he kill the cat? I forget. I think he kills the cat, right?
I think so.
At the ATM.
I don't know.
That's Rizzo. It's just Rizzo.
Just kick
That's
the
just
rat.
Rizzo.
Rizzo's the rat. He's like just into the rat. Yeah.
This movie
then
sounds
the
insane.
It
is
I mean, it's
insane.
called
There's a
American
lot.
Psycho, so
yeah, it's a big
It is.
commentary on just business people, basically,
yeah.
Yeah.
and the American just like rich thing. It's great, but the idea
Yeah.
that like all this with Muppets is really funny because
Yeah.
it's just like the most gruesome scenes, but it's all Muppets. So it's kind of like why Zarria's works so well with the John Wick thing.
Mhm.
It's just,
Yeah.
Mhm.
it's just like
And it's
a
like
serial killer.
one of like the last movies you would expect to be made with Muppets.
Yeah, that as
And
well.
that's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
My only other idea was Harry Potter as Coleman as Voldemort, and that's all I have for that one. Just because I want him to say, "The boy who lived comes to die."
Oh man.
Yeah, I think Christian Bale would do great with Muppets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
would
I
be
don't know
awesome.
how
I would
he would
love
be
to see
for real. But either way, yeah, that all feels very, very fun. Yeah, so we've all kind of covered what
Yeah.
we're all thinking here. So, I feel like it would be
We've also
wise...
casted ourselves.
Yeah,
Yes,
we've also
we have kind of casted
ourselves.
ourselves. But I feel like it would be
Yeah.
wise at this point to let us all go on to our other things for the evening. So we'll bring things to a conclusion here. So thank you very much, everybody, for listening to this episode of the Elevated Nonsense podcast. We did not plug our socials at the beginning. Once again,
What a practice!
yeah, we'll do that now. Please make sure to go follow us on all socials. We have links in the show notes or the description of the YouTube video. Sub to our Patreon in order to get exclusive benefits and fun extra perks. join our Discord server to join in on the discussion. And if you're a Minecraft Java player, then join to get into our Minecraft server. We really appreciate all of you. We'll do a little dance that you can only see on YouTube. And yeah, we hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for listening. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
We'll miss you.
Bye. Maybe we might miss you. Who knows?
Fair winds.
We can't keep talking at the end like this.